I'm Dr. Aurelia Rocha and welcome to my video on the circle of fifths. I have the privilege of teaching cello and viola at Northwest Vista and San Antonio colleges. Whether you're new to music theory, an established musician, or a future music educator, my goal is to help you build an in-depth understanding of the music that you see on the page. Let's get started. The circle of fifths is a visual reference used by musicians to understand relationships and chord progressions and the 24 major and minor keys of the Western music tradition. It's a tool that can be as complex or as simple as you need it to be. Today we're going to focus on using the circle of fifths to help us remember and memorize the sharps and flats of each key. All you need to be able to do is add and subtract, count to 6, and know your ABCs from A to G. Here is our circle, and we're going to start at the very top of that circle, right where the number 12 would be on the face of a clock. Let's add a slash to mark the top spot of our circle. This very top spot we will label with the first key, C major. C major has no sharps or flats in its key signature. Some of you might know that the key of A minor also has no sharps or flat, but we're focusing on major keys today. If we move around the circle to the right or clockwise, we can begin to add the other keys, starting with all the keys that contain sharps. To discover which key to add first, we need to do a little counting. Beginning with C, let's count 5 pitches in ascending order. I like to use my fingers to help me count. C, D, E, F, G. The first key added to our circle is G major. This key has one sharp in its key signature, F sharp. We can talk about the other order of sharps another day. For now, take my word that the first sharp is F sharp. From G, we can keep counting 5 pitches ascending in order to add the other keys. Don't forget that every time you hit the pitch G, the alphabet starts over again on A. Each time you count to the 5th pitch, add a sharp. Remember, right now, we're still going clockwise around the circle. Counting 5 pitches up from G brings you to D, which has 2 sharps. Counting 5 pitches up from D brings you to A, which has 3 sharps, and so on until we hit a snag. When we count up 5 pitches from E, we get to B, which has 5 sharps. This is not a problem until you try to count up 5 pitches from B. There's a tricky half step between E and F, and because of that tricky half step, we have to jump another half step to F sharp. The key of F sharp major has 6 sharps and rests at the very bottom of our circle of fifths. At this point, we will pivot from keys with sharps to keys with flats. To help us pivot, we will take advantage of F sharp's enharmonic pal, G flat. The word enharmonic refers to 2 pitches that have the same sound but different names or spellings. The key of G flat has 6 flats. So now, instead of counting 5 pitches ascending in order and adding a sharp, we will count 5 pitches ascending in order and subtract a flat. From D flat, we arrive at A flat, and so on, all the way to the top of the circle where the key of F with 1 flat counts up to C with no flats or sharps. And that's the circle of fifths. I hope this video brought you a little clarity about music theory. My continued goal is to create 5-minute lessons that will help you gain an in-depth understanding of the music that you see on the page. Thanks for watching.
If you would like a notification when we create a new video, then subscribe to us on YouTube. Also follow and like us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.